just want to get right into it?
Yeah, let's jump ahead first.
All right. Okay,
Dennis, you take it away.
all right. Okay, so I am also a small streamer. Some small streamers don't like being called small streamers, so I would just mention myself as a streamer from this point forward. So, so steps I've taken. I'll give you a little bit of history of what I've done, and I've talked about this before on my streams, but I will go over it again for people who are new, and just to reiterate it. So back in February, I got my logo made and everything, and in March I started streaming on Facebook Gaming. So over there, it was kind of weird because there wasn't really a set thing for small streamers to grow, right? There wasn't really a thing for them to do. It was still kind of fresh. I kind of tried it because Stone Mountain 64 is a streamer I watch, and I was like, okay, I'll go and try what he did. The only reason I didn't like Facebook Gaming, two reasons, was how it was for small streamers. It was hard to kind of get found, and then the second thing was they wouldn't let me save my VODs in a higher resolution than 480p. So I was like, well, what I wanted to do is take those VODs, edit them down, and make YouTube content or whatever, clips and stuff, right? So I ended up switching to Twitch in towards the end of March. And for a long while, the growth was slow, right? So the first tip I would say is what I did was consistency, right? So what I did was I made a schedule for my stream, and I stuck to it. So you guys know where to find me. Usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 7:30 p.m. With this new job, that's obviously going to change. But Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 7:30 p.m. People knew where to find me, so it was easy to get my name and schedule out there, right? I pinned it as a tweet. Every time a new person goes onto my Twitter page, they will see when my schedule is, right? The thing with that is make sure you can do days that you can actually do, right? So let's say you can only do 2 days out of the week. Make sure that you do those 2 days, right? Let's say you can only stream Tuesday, Thursdays. Make sure you're there those days. Any extra streams you want to throw in, go ahead, right? But you want to be there on those scheduled days. So that's the first thing I will get into is consistency, right? Consistency in not only your scheduling, but consistency with your content, right? And that content is you're consistent with your content whether you have 1 viewer or 100. Okay, so that is very important. Some streamers turn off their view counts. I personally don't, but I know a lot of people who do. That goes into the second tip is taking that consistency aspect with your content and making off-stream content. Yeah. That off-stream content is crucial to natural growth. That off-stream content is crucial to your growth.
Especially if you're on Twitch as a main hand, because Twitch is a little unforgiving to new streamers, because if you're in that 1 viewer range, I mean, if you go to any popular game right now and you look at people who are streaming with 1 viewer, there are hundreds of 1 viewer people.
Correct.
You got to make yourself found in as many places as possible.
Exactly. So what I started doing for the off-stream content was these are examples, but YouTube videos, clips for Twitter, and most importantly, one of the bigger ones that is rising right now is TikTok. So this makes sure that you're getting those views externally, outside of Twitch, and that's 24/7 exposure, right? So that 24/7 exposure is better than the couple hours that you are streaming, and especially for people who are growing, it's harder for them to do anything. So for me, go ahead. Are you going to say something, Cam? You look like you were.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just vibing off here to the side.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So an example I would use is I put 2 TikToks out yesterday, right? And I haven't really gotten more than a couple hundred views on each of them. But yesterday, I put them out, and I have like 4K views on almost both of them that I put out, and that in turn has I'm pretty sure a couple people from TikTok followed me today, which was really cool. And then, let's say you make YouTube videos, people from YouTube will come watch you. Another example I'll use is my good friend J Coil 2029. He stopped streaming for a little bit and he focused on his YouTube, and he focused on making TikToks. And when I checked his TikTok when he followed me, I want to say like last week, I think it was. Yeah, last week he followed me. On New Year's, he had 20K followers. I checked yesterday, he has 52,000 now. So he did that, and he was like, hey guys, I'm getting back into streaming if you guys want to come check me out. He streamed, was it 2 days ago, he streamed, and he had 170 people watching him. It was insane. So off-stream content is your best way to get those natural followers. You can't be relying on follow for follow. I understand that follow for follow is cool, like in the beginning when Twitch is basically like, you need those 50 followers to become an affiliate. I get that, right? But after that, follow for follow just kind of falls through, man. It really doesn't work. It's hard to maintain those average viewers if people are just following you and really not caring, because to them you're just kind of a number, right? You don't want to fall into that. You don't want to fall into support for support either. You don't want to fall under that category, because support for support will drain you out. If you have 32 tabs open and you're trying to talk to all 32 of those streamers, you're going to get exhausted. That is mentally draining. What I tend to do is I'll have those tabs open, right? I'll be lurking, but for me, I'll focus on one streamer, which is in my next point. Is the third point is supporting other streamers when you can and if you are able to. Right? So this means that you're in others' chats and talking with the streamer and the people in the chat. You're trying to make a genuine connection. Genuine connection is important. You don't want to talk to somebody because you think they're going to help you grow. You want to talk to somebody because you fuck with them. You want to talk to somebody because you think they are a good person, that you vibe with them, That is what you're trying to do. When you're in their chat, your impression in their chat will have people check you out. Not all the time, don't ever expect it, but be prepared for people to check you out. Sometimes the streamers give you a shout out. Never expected, like I said, but always be grateful and appreciative of those people that give you a shout out. But like I said, the most important thing there is the connection is genuine and not for growth purposes. Okay? And that leads into genuine connection, which leads into the fourth point, and this is I think my most important point, is be yourself. Being yourself will help you in the long run. That genuine connection that you formed, if it is genuine and you are a genuine person, it will help you. People will come to your streams if you are yourself, right? People will come to your streams. The difference between people give up, right? People give up because they're just like, yo, people aren't going to come to my streams because I don't act a certain way. And then they try to act like other streamers. They don't have any kind of originality. And it really shows, right? So the thing is, be yourself. And if let's say like people, like let's say you have in real life friends that come to your streams just to kind of support you but don't really say anything, it's probably because like that content isn't for them. But you will eventually find a community, a group of people that fit your niche, right? And when you do that, you will not have to fake any kind of personality. The reason I have left corporate jobs, the reason I have left many jobs, is because I had to be fake. Like, I had to be a different person. I had to use my customer service voice. I had to do those kind of things, and it felt weird. I don't like to not be myself. Being fake, it makes me feel icky. Like, you know? So I just really believe that people should be genuine. I and that's kind of like the genuine those are the tips that I've used, right? And I've tried to be consistent with those tips. So from end of March, or I'll just say April, all the way until August, right? I had a couple people watching me. Right? But I never really had like more than those people who were kind of lurking or whatever. And you know, it was sometimes it was discouraging, right? But I stuck to those ideals, those pillars that I just told you about. And I was able to eventually, you know, in August, I got my first Twitch payout, right? I got my first Twitch payout in August, and it took me a couple of months. It took me 4 or 5 months. Sometimes it doesn't take people that long, and other people it takes longer than that, right? I got my Twitch payout in August, and I made a tweet about it, which then eventually like blew up and 600 people liked it. And, you know, and through that, like I followed a bunch of those people. I didn't expect them to follow me back, but a lot of them did. And every time I would see them, I would try to make a genuine connection. That's what it comes back to. Point 3, genuine connection, right? And then with those connections that I formed, like Twitter, in a sense, was my off-stream content. People got a sense for my personality because of Twitter. I didn't put any clips there. I would just talk to people. I would just talk to people about whatever, and eventually people started supporting me, and it became really nice. Like I was like, wow, Twitter is super supportive. Some people it's toxic. For me, it was a really good way to meet a lot of people in the smaller streamer community, and to grow. So, you know, Twitter worked for me. It might not work for you. TikTok's kind of working for me now. It might work better for you. YouTube isn't working too hot for me because editing takes like 5 hours, and ain't nobody got time for that. But that might work for you, you know. So you want to make sure that you have things coming from an off-stream source. Definitely. What was I gonna say about? I forget. I forget. But if anybody wants any of these tips that I've used, like the pillars of Gen, I would say pillars of Gen style, you can go ahead and let me know, and I can post it in my Discord, and I can or whatever people want me to do, and you know, but like I said, these tips have worked for me pretty well, and I think they're a pretty good foundation. So if you guys are able to use that foundation and build something of your own, right? And do something with it, I think I did my job, you know, like because what I've been trying to do is just help people, right? And a lot of people can be selfish about, well, I'm not telling you how I got here. I'm not saying anything. But I'm not like that, right? If you come to me with any kind of question, I will help you. Like example is Miss Giants. Miss Giants needed help with microphone things. I helped her out with microphone things, right? Kamizar needed help with whatever. I came up. I helped him out with whatever. These are people in my chat right now, but it's you know, that is who I am as a person, and you obviously could be a different person, but you want to make sure that you take the foundation of what I built, but make it original for yourself. These are just foundations.
Those are the base steps. You got to grow from there.
They are the base steps. I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick because everybody went kind of crazy here. There's a bird. Yes, there's a bird. There was a bird behind.
Yeah, she was
Yep.
squeaking a lot, and she just wanted food and water, so I went and put her in a cage. She'll come back out in a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Skinny B said, build that community, make friends. You know, a lot of people. Well, I use Twitter, and I know a lot of people who use Discord. So Discord is a very good spot. If you find a good community, like for me, it was Waffle Squad was a really good community. And I met a ton of great people out of there. Once you find that Discord community that really appeals to you, stick with it. Be in there. Be active. Talk to people. Make those connections. One of my closest friends that I have now, Tommy Yoza, he found me through that Discord, and we've been really close ever since. Krieger, what is good? I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you in a minute. I was actually talking about you the other day. Kamizard, how you doing, buddy? Thompson, thank you for the follow. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna let Cam talk about whatever he wants to talk